Hey family, it's me, Queenie. We had a really powerful Bible study today, and I don't think we really understand the weight of what happened when they changed the Bible to hide his name from us. Essentially, what was done was it forced us to be recipients of the curse that Deuteronomy 28 calls upon the people who are disobedient. If you haven't read Deuteronomy 28, and if your pastor has taught you that that's gone and done away with, I'd like for you to challenge yourself and read that chapter. And if you're bold, go on to chapter 29. Every single curse in those chapters are a full-on reflection of what we are living right now today. And it traces back to the fact that we've been disobedient, but not on purpose. Most of us had no idea we were being deceived into operating in full-blown idolatry. The very first 4 commands of the 10 commandments. I know our pastors have taught us that we are walking in grace, but he said that those commands are to be guarded. The 10 commandments are to be guarded. The first command is to not have any other mighty one above him. When we call on G-O-D and J-E-S-U-S and L-O-R-D, we're putting another mighty one above him. The second commandment is to not bring his name to nothing. We don't even know his name. We haven't heard his name. We don't call his name. We aren't singing his name. We aren't praising his name. But instead, we're praising another name. We're praying in another name. We're sealing our prayers in the name of JC. And there was no J in the language when he lived, so that could have never been his name. The third commandment, the fourth commandment, we are violating the commands left and right and don't know it. And then we're living, and our lives are showing fruit from the curse. And we think we're redeemed from it, but how can we be redeemed from it when the redemption comes through the name? And we don't know his name. And we aren't calling his name. As a body of believers, we are so deceived, family. And if we don't get it together, we are going to get the fruit and we're going to have to deal with the consequence of it. He said in his word, Acts 4, that by no other name can we be saved. But yet we think we're saved because we're calling on JC. It's deception, family. It was calculated. It was it was planned. And we're walking in it right now. And with prophecy facing us right now, we're watching prophecy unfold every single day. We don't have the luxury of not getting it right. Yes, we are living under the grace of our Father. But the truth is, he said to keep his commands. He didn't say just keep them. He said to guard him. Guard them. And then when you look at Matthew, Matati Yahu, that's how it's actually pronounced. Matthew 22:36 through 40 is where the lawyer was asking Yahusha, which is the name of the son, not JC. He was asking him, what's the greatest command in all the law? And Yahusha said to love Yahuwah, your Eluah, with all your heart, your soul, and your mind. That's the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. And all the law and all the prophets hang on those 2 commands. But if you really think about it, that first command is echoing back to Exodus 20. The very first 4 commandments are love the Father with all your heart. That means keep his name, guard his name. Don't call another mighty one above him. Don't pray in anybody else's name. Right? To keep the Shabbat. We don't even know when the Sabbath is. It's not Saturday. It's not Sunday. It's not Friday at dusk to Saturday at dusk. It follows a completely different calendar. We've missed it. We've been deceived into full-blown idolatry. And we wonder why our lives are showing evidence of not being able to walk in the fullness of his promises. We got to wake up, family. It was intentional. The deception is real, and it was calculated. And over this last week, we have been walking through the origin of our Bible to fully understand how it became what it is, what happened, how it got changed, and how on earth we have identified over 400,000 errors in our King James Version that all of the Bibles that we know and love are derivatives of. We have to study to show ourselves approved, and that means we got to go beyond the King James. We've got to go beyond the Geneva Bible, which was the people's Bible, which tried to help us get back on track. King James shut that down. Before that was the Latin Vulgate, which who could speak Latin other than the priests? The people had to go through the priests in order to understand the word because it was written in Latin and nobody could read that. Prior to that, the Nicene Council changed and took out the Father's name over 6,800 times. Prior to that were the scrolls. That was where the original words were, and they decided during the Nicene Council to get rid of them, burn them. But fortunately, some remnant decided to keep their scrolls and tuck them in some jars and take them to the mountains and hide them in the caves. And we found those, and that became the Dead Sea Scrolls. And if it weren't for them, we wouldn't know the Father's name is Yahuwah. It's time to study to show that we're approved family. Join me for the Truth Bible Study tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll see you there. We're going deeper.